everyone, and welcome to Mystic Moonstone's weekly angel card reading. The duration is the 22nd through to the 28th of January. I remembered. Okay, let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for us this week. First card we have is Archangel Raziel and Divine Mystery. Always a hard card to call that one, unless you have the influence card, so I just want to see what else is coming up with it, so I don't want to say too much. Archangel Raziel is the mystic of the angels, so it could be that this is something to do with intuition or development, but we'll just see how it goes along. Okay, and we have the Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. So as I was saying to you, I really, what I was drawn towards was the intuition. So what I would say is listen to your intuition. Your intuition will guide you. That's how the guidance will come, via your own inner voice. So just listen to those thoughts that just kind of flow in and know that they can be divinely brought in to you. Okay, let's go to midweek. It's such a dark, miserable day today. I just hope this is light enough. I've got all the lights on and it just feels like I'm doing it in the dark. Okay, we have Archangel Metatron and the Heaven and Earth card. They're making me work today because yet again it's another card that can be a little bit, depends on what the influence card that comes with it. Archangel Metatron is the angel who gets us motivated, organised, gets us out there, helps us to find the right path. Okay, the Heaven and Earth card often comes up when people are complete opposites, but that doesn't mean they're a bad match. So let's just have a look and see. Oops, I've got two that I want to bring out here. Mal's not going to be happy with me at all. Okay, sorry that two came out there. There's nothing I can do about that. So the influence cards for this card, sorry Mal, is the Passion card and the Home. Okay, so I was talking about there two people being different but not necessarily a bad match. So I feel that there's a message for somebody there. Somebody who's maybe been thinking maybe you're too different, but you know, there's that old saying, opposites attract. And you know, as you look at this card, you have the lovely hearts around it, and it's almost like those hearts are going to bring more hearts. So you know, this may be about a couple settling down, having a child, you know, who maybe have been thinking that they're too different, they come from different paths, different walks of life. You know, maybe they're just their points of view, maybe they can't even agree on what colour to paint a wall, and they're thinking, is this going to work? Well yeah, it is going to work, because you know, just like the earth needs the heavens and the heavens needs the earth, you know, they kind of complement each other day and night. Okay. And you know, that goes for a lot of others out there, you know, don't just think it's about who I'm sending this message to, who I haven't got a clue who it is. When these messages come in, I just give them out. You know, but quite often, you know, we go into our workplace and we think somebody's too different to us, so we'll never have a friendship with that person, and they can end up being our best friend. Okay, so, you know, sometimes it's alright to agree to differ, sometimes it's alright to celebrate differences. And we have Awakening, Archangel Jeremiah, the end of the week. So, you know, when you're awakened to something, it's almost like you step back into your power, you step back into your life, into seeing what's going on around you. Archangel Jeremiah is the angel who helps you to look back. So once again, I keep getting a strong feeling that this is about a relationship, and I feel the message is going out there, maybe for multiple people out there, I don't know, who are in a relationship but have been asking for guidance on how to take it forward, maybe thinking they're too different, maybe thinking this will never work because there's too many differences. And you know, as I said, sometimes we have to celebrate those differences, but sometimes we have to be awakened to the fact that this is the person we actually love. Okay, I shared a blog on page very much on those lines, you know, where sometimes we feel that a person isn't right for us and we have to lose them in order to realise that they were right for us. So, you know, it's a hard life lesson, that one, and it's one that if it can be avoided, avoid it. Okay. And we have the card of shadows, the shadow self. Okay, now when that comes up, it's about you stepping out of the shadows. So stepping forward, maybe in this relationship you haven't been yourself. Maybe you're afraid that if you were your true self, you'd be too different. You know, I know I've had past relationships, not with Mal, but past relationships where I've gone along with their points of view. Poor Mal probably wishes I was like that. But I kind of lost myself in that, you know, I kind of morphed into what they wanted me to be. And then it didn't work because I wasn't the person they met. And I was resentful because when I stood in the mirror at the end of that relationship and looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, who are you? I didn't recognise me, not only physically, but I didn't recognise the things that I supposedly liked, the things I enjoyed, my points of view. Everything had changed. I wasn't who I was. I'd morphed into who they wanted because I felt who I was wasn't good enough. I was very young at that time, you know, and I learnt that lesson. But I would say it's something we are all guilty of doing. Quite often when we're with different friends, we act in a different way. We project an image of ourselves that we feel others want to see. And that's almost like stepping in the shadows, isn't it? And sometimes, you know, we have to find the courage to awaken ourselves, to step forward out of that pattern and to let people see the real us. And, you know, as I said, opposites attract. In the workplace, anywhere, you know, somebody who's different, somebody who's not always following the crowd but is actually leading from the front is the one that gets noticed. Okay, so I really feel that there's a message in there. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick recap before Mal really goes mad at me. Archangel Raziel, the mystic of the angels, about getting in touch with your intuition. Okay, angel of guidance, renewed sense of direction and purpose is about to manifest, but that's by getting in touch with your intuition, by listening. Okay, because there's lots of red on there, going back to basics as well. Okay, but there's a star on there, so you will achieve when you do that. So get back to your foundations, get back to who you are, which is why I feel that I was drawn to share the story with you about how I changed, because I tried to be what somebody else wanted me to be. Okay, I had to get back to basics in order to move forward and become the person that I grew into, both spiritually and physically, and meet the person who was going to be my life partner, you know, the love of my life. But had I stayed not being myself, I mean, when I think about it, all the things that I thought I liked then, he hates. He couldn't have got on with. So, you know, so what I would say, you have to be yourself, alright? I'm zany, I drive him nuts, but I'm myself, and that's what he likes. And that's what you have to do, you have to be yourself. Okay, so the middle bit that's really going to drive him nuts is we have Archangel Metatron, the angel who's giving you a nudge, trying to move you forward, trying to motivate you, trying to get you organised into being who you are, and not worrying that you're different to anyone else. Doesn't matter. Okay, bringing passion in, wanting you to have that passion in both, you know, your home life, your career life, in life in general, that passion, okay, and the home, okay. He really wants you to feel that passion where you are, in your home, in your environment. Lots of lovely love hearts on there, okay, and I keep getting drawn to the free, and I feel this is a family of three that's maybe going to expand. I don't know why, but I keep feeling free and then expansion. Okay. So maybe there's already a child, maybe the child belongs to just one of you, you're coming together, that passion, you're moving into a home together, and then watch out, because I feel there'll be an expansion of another child. Okay. Ooh, move over a little bit. Archangel Jeremiah. Archangel Jeremiah is the angel who helps us to look back, to reflect on a situation, to be merciful with ourselves as well, okay? So don't be too harsh on your past self, you know. I'm not harsh on that poor girl who stood in front of the mirror and didn't know who she was. I pity her, okay? And I like that another past me had the courage to actually drag her back into who she was, and you can do that. And stepping out the shadows. Don't be in the shadows for anybody, okay? This is your time to shine. All of us only have today to shine. We only have today for people to notice us, to actually be able to move forward into our tomorrows, okay? The past is gone, it's today, and today is where you shine. That's where the light is. Okay, so time to step out the shadows. I think I've got to the end of this reading. Mal's not going to like me because there is an extra card there, but oh well, it's what they wanted. Thank you all for continuing to support Mystic Moonstone. You know how to get your name in the bag by sharing, liking, etc. We also have another draw at the end of the month, because it's the end of the month that we always have, so all names will go into that as well, and that will be for an email reading. Okay, don't go anywhere because I'll be doing the personal reading in a bit. Love and light to you all. Bye. Hello everyone, and welcome to the part that I call this personal draw. Oops. And I'll use these cards. They're the Doreen Virtue ones, but I'll forgive her for these because I've worked with these for years and years and years. They're like old trusty friends. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see if these names coming out the bag. What's coming out today? Have one. And I have Rosemary Scottson. Congratulations, Rosemary. Have a look and see what comes up today. Okay, the first card I have is All Is Well. Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings that you'll soon understand. Okay, now, the first thing I want to say is with Archangel Jeremiah, he helps you to look back. He helps you to look back over a situation and take account of it. Okay, and okay, I'm being drawn to February, and I feel February is a really hard month for you. Okay, and I feel there's a lot of going back, a lot of looking back around that time. And I feel the more you look back, the more you feel lost. But I just kind of get this, what's being given to me is that things do happen for a reason, even though they're hard to understand at the time, and that things are moving forward. And things are starting to just fall into place for you. Very slowly, but it's getting there. And it's okay to look back, but don't dwell in the past. Okay, there's a lot of emotions that I'm picking up on, a lot of negative emotions that are holding you back. I've got a lady coming forward with me. Okay, she's not giving me very much. She's a small energy, small lady. She's coming forward. I want to give you purple tulips. It's funny, I'm wearing purple and I was drawn to purple. And I want to give you purple tulips. I feel there would have been purple tulips growing in the garden. I feel this lady would have liked to garden, but I don't feel she was a gardener. I feel a lot of the flowers she grew were the flowers that came up year after year and kind of took care of themselves, and she'd just go out and do a little bit of weeding. Okay, that's how it's. I wear glasses. I wear glasses for long distance. Probably be wearing them for short nearsightedness soon as well. But I feel this lady had problems with her eyes. I feel that her eyes kind of went quite quickly, and I feel that she would have wore glasses before she passed. I almost feel, I don't feel she had cataracts, is it cataracts you call it? But I kind of feel like there's like a heaviness in my eyes, and I just kind of feel, I don't feel she developed them, but I feel she had to keep an eye on her eyes for some reason. I feel she definitely needed the glasses, and it wasn't just for long sight and short sight, if you see what I mean. It's almost like I feel she took off the glasses, she'd be, as she's saying, as blind as a bat, okay, without them, towards the end, okay. So I feel this is something that kind of progressed. I don't feel she was like always that way. I just kind of feel it progressed with age as she got on. Dark hair, and I feel she would have kept her hair dark. I feel she kept her hair dark. I don't know. I don't feel it went completely silver. I feel dark. Whether, she's not telling me whether she used a bottle or not for that, and I'm not going to ask that question. But I'm seeing her a small lady, and she's got like a long dark coat on. Okay, not touching the floor or anything, just like knee length, but almost like she's dressed for Sunday best, and I think she liked her Sunday best because that's how she's presenting herself now. Okay. You've been trying to do too much for everybody. I'm going to pull you another card, but what I'm getting from this lady is you've been trying to do too much. You've been trying to sort out everyone, and you need to leave people to sort out themselves. Okay. Archangel Chamuel, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Sorry, I was haltering there because I could hear, I feel that there's a Maria around you, and I feel that part of the message is going to Maria, whoever Maria is, I'm sorry. I feel that she's kind of lost sight of the love that's around her, and I feel that she has to realise that that's what's real. And I also feel family love coming in here as well, okay, and that's what will help her to step back into her power. But I feel for some reason this is taking the power off you. I keep hearing Maria, so I'm sure her name's Maria, and I'm sure she's just not trying to call me because she's got my attention, okay, but she's saying Maria. So there's definitely a young woman around you who's forgotten that she's got love around her, and just how much she can bring love into her life, and how much support she has family-wise. But I kind of feel there's a situation around you where you're trying to make everything right for everybody, Rosemary, and I just feel you have to put yourself first. You have to put yourself first. You're very much like this lady. As in, you just get on with things, and you get on with things for the family, and you don't really put yourself out there. Okay, you're always back at the queue for everything. All these purple cards are coming out. You've got another purple one here. Gifts from God, Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring gifts from the Creator. Open your arms to receive. Now, I quite literally want to say that I feel this is to do with finances, even though there's no green on there, but I feel the pot is going to be filled. Okay, and I want to say a situation around you that's kind of draining the resources is going to be resolved, and you're going to see that within the next couple of months, okay? But what I really feel you need to do, Rosemary, is stop looking back, okay? It just feels like there's a ball of anger here, and it feels like this ball of anger is stopping you from being able to be the person you are. You know, in the main reading I was talking about people being themselves, and I feel for some reason this anger is colouring you, and it's not letting you be who you are, because I feel you're such a loving, warm, maternal, nurturing soul. But when you sit down and you think about things and you go back to the past, it's like anger in you. And I feel this is because you're a little bit of a tigress, and you like to protect those, you know. You try and fight everybody's battles for them. You try and sort out everything. You try to be a shield for every family member. And it just feels like you can't fight all these battles, okay? You sometimes have to step back and say, okay, they have to fight their own battles. That happened for a reason. I might not understand it. I might not be able to forgive what's happened. And I'll never be able to forget, but I have to be able to live with it so I can move on with me. Okay, so I can move on with me, so I can know peace. Because when you know peace and when you're happy, everybody around you is happy, because you are the heart of your family. Okay, just like this lady was the heart of the family, and she knows exactly what you're doing. Okay, she knows you're a bit of the family's champion, but she really wants you to put you first, because you don't put you first, Rosemary. You put you right at the back of the queue, and it's almost like you feel like you have to stay angry and you have to stay fighting everybody's battles for them, because that's the only way to show them you love them. But it's not, because they know you love them and they know you're there for them, and you just have to be you and be happy, and they'll be happy with you. Okay, I'm just going to ask this lovely lady to step back a little bit. She's not giving me any names. I'm not going to take any names. I think I know who she is, but I don't. As she's not giving me a name, I'm not going to make any kind of guesses here. But I also want to give you rosary beads, okay? And I want to give you rosary beads, and it's not about saying the rosary, but I feel it's about taking that time out just to sit and have that time for yourself, because I feel that that just kind of gives you the time. I mean, it's years since I've said the rosary, but I just feel it's like I want to do that with the beads, you know, and I want to touch each one, and I just want to have that quiet time because I feel you're not getting that quiet time. I just feel children all around you, and the energy of children, which is absolutely fantastic. But I also feel, and who is it who's got the back problems? Sorry, I've got really bad back coming in now as I'm talking to you. I don't feel this is this lady. Right, I've got a gentleman coming in, and I feel he would have really, with the back, but I feel he never wanted, he didn't want to use the stick, and I feel he always kind of tried to keep his back very, very still. He feels to me like he could be military, or he could have been in the military. He's got a military feel to him. Everything was really still, but really upright and very kind of, yeah. But I'm getting this kind of, I feel like my shoulders are being pushed back as well. Quite a thin gentleman, quite wiry, I want to say. And I feel the military days were the good days for him, but he always moaned about them. But they were good days because he had fun and he was himself. I keep going on about people being themselves today, but I feel after that there was a lot of responsibility, and that's where he felt heavy, and he worked himself. I feel he worked every day, but he never stopped laughing, and he was a joker. Okay, because he's saying he never complained, and he never really let on about this back, but there was something with the back there, and I just feel every so often people would see him just kind of doing that with the back. But he's got a lot of love for you, Rosemary, a lot of love for you, okay, and you reminded him of someone else, and you always put a smile on his face, and he would have told you that. With that, I'm going to say goodbye to him because he's pulling back. But he just wants to give you that love, and he wants to give you that hug. And I feel like he would have given you a bear hug in the day. You know, I really feel like so you would know this man. I really feel, yeah, he would have given you a bear hug. But he wasn't in army uniform then. Okay. His hair would have gone quite thin before he took his passing as well. Okay, but he's around you. Okay, he's around you and he's giving you a hug in spirit now. Okay, I'm gonna say thank you to him. Thank you to you, Rosemary, for participating. Please remember what I said about putting yourself first, because I feel that's the real message that they're trying to bring here. Okay, thank you. Love and light to you. Please take that with love, spirit.